This video will describe how to move your files from your desktop to your P drive. It's not really very complicated. Probably one of the things that you'll want to do before you start backing things up, though, is to organize your P drive a little bit. Now, I've seen some pretty well organized P drives, and I've seen some folks who have just all their files just in one long list with no organization at all. I would imagine that after a while it gets a little bit confusing to try and find what you're looking for through hundreds of files. So again, you might want to try and figure out what kind of organizational set would best work for you. You can organize your files by school year, by type, by category, lots of different ways that you could organize your files. But having one great big long list of files is not the best way to organize your stuff. So in my P drive, you can see I have several different folders, and then I do have a list of files here that just are in a long list, and it's going to get difficult to manage as I get more and more files. So I'm going to create a new folder by right-clicking inside of this area, selecting New Folder. And I'm going to call that Word Documents. And I have a Word document here. I can click on that. I can control-click on this Word document, control-click on that Word document, control-click on that Word document, and then let go of the Control key, click on any one of them, and drag them to my Word Documents folder. Now I know my Word documents are in there. I can further organize this by, change this to List, creating yet another folder, a nested folder, and I could call this 2010 from last year. And let's say, for example, that these two files here should be in that folder. And then perhaps I could create another folder for 2011. 11. There we go. And I could move these two folders, or these two files, into that folder. That's a little bit better organization. At least you can go back and you know what year things were created in. Now, if they're files that you use over and over and over, then you may want to create folders that help you find those files a little bit quicker. For example, maybe English or math fractions or whatever. But just a little bit of organization can help you be a little bit more efficient. Finally, I take my folder here that I set up earlier, and I simply will drag that. I want to go back a level here. I will simply drag this to my P drive, and it will back that up. It will copy it to my P drive. Now, you don't really have to worry too much about backing up your P drive because your P drive is automatically backed up. Once your workstation gets imaged, you can always go back in the fall, grab this folder, and drag it back onto your desktop. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the first video, P drive isn't very large. It's only got about 2 gigabytes worth of space available. And if you have a lot of YouTube videos that you use frequently or large PowerPoints, you're going to fill that space up rather quickly. It's probably not a bad idea to go through and find the things that are really old and just get rid of them, or move them onto a CD or something that's permanent storage that if you decide later that you need it, you can always go back and retrieve it. But some of you have things that are 10 years old in your P drive taking up space. Just clean that stuff out. It's kind of like the closet in your classroom. School provides you with the closet, someplace to store your stuff. When that closet gets full, you have to clean it out. You can't expect the school to come in and build you a new closet. It just doesn't work that way. So your P drive is like your closet for your files. And once it gets full, you need to clean it out. Get rid of some of this old stuff that you don't use or that you don't need, and move it to something else so that your P drive can be freed up. Space on your P drive can be freed up so you can put new stuff in there. That's how you would use your P drive to back your files up from your desktop.